Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, my name is Christoph Wieland. I'm the Deputy Permanent Representative from the Austrian Permanent Mission here in Geneva. And it is an honor for me to address you this evening on behalf of the Permanent Mission of Austria, especially during the Disarmament Week in Geneva, as was already mentioned. Tonight, we gather here not only to celebrate art, but also to reflect deeply and urgently on what it means to live under the shadow of nuclear weapons. It was already mentioned this August, we celebrated the 80th anniversary of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where more than 200,000 lives were lost in moments that forever changed the course of humanity. And 8 decades later, there are still more than 12,000 nuclear warheads around, ready and capable of ending life in every second. For Austria, this is not only a theoretical debate, but it's a very urgent and real threat to our real existence on this planet. In 2023, we commissioned a study which had the title Understanding the Humanitarian Consequences and Risks of Nuclear Weapons with the University of York. And this study reminds us once again that why awareness must become action. It gives an overview over the latest research in the field of nuclear weapons and their impact, aiming to increase our understanding of the complex consequences and risks and putting diplomatic work on a solid, factual and scientifically backed basis. And this study concludes unequivocally that nuclear weapons use would be a catastrophe of unimaginable scale, one with cascading consequences that could lead to the collapse of human civilization. This risk, the scientists tell us, is never zero. And here I spotted one of these wonderful, nice pictures with the title In Control. The illusion of control is precisely that. It's an illusion. Nuclear weapons never do create security. On the contrary, they endanger our shared future. Austria has been long advocating for nuclear disarmament at the international level, and we continue to ring the alarm bell. We were one of the countries we were pushing for a treaty on the prohibition of nuclear weapons, in short, TPNW. And as we speak now, the first committee, which is dealing with disarmament in New York, is ongoing, and we again will bring forward the Austrian-led resolution on the TPNW and also the humanitarian consequences of nuclear weapons. Both resolutions have been supported by the majority of member states in the past years, and underlining that it is in the interest of the very survival of humanity that nuclear weapons are never used again under any circumstances. And the only guarantee that this will happen, not again, is their total elimination. This is why coming together like we do tonight really matters. When art, science, and diplomacy meet in dialogue, each speaking a language of truth, emotion, and responsibility. We connect as human beings. Science gives us knowledge, diplomacy gives us some sort of structure and cooperation, and art gives us empathy. The power to feel what statistics alone can never ever convey. By now, we know that nuclear weapons affect us all and that we need action for a nuclear weapon-free world. And art plays such an important part and indispensable role in this regard by making us understand on a much deeper personal level what is at stake. Here in Geneva, we are in the privileged position to have a very rich microcosmos of experts from disarmament, environment, health, but also civil society actors and artists like Mr. Ambrosio, who we have the pleasure to welcome tonight and see his wonderful pictures. And this reminds us all that we have a moral, humanitarian, and environmental obligation to abolish nuclear weapons. Artists play a special role in this, and their courage to imagine peace helps us to see the invisible, the fears, the hopes, the shared humanity that connects us all beyond politics and beyond borders. And in that sense, I wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you.